Hi there. In this video we will be taking a look at this EINHELL battery powered lamp. You might also call it a projector depending on your location. It's fully turnable based on these two rotation points, and it also collapses to be quite slim, as you can see from the box. One chip on board LED, big one in the middle, 18 volts, works with this kind of accumulators. Let's see. Yeah, it has a hook, so you can hook it onto something. Fully adjustable light level, so from 0 to max, not just 1, 2 or 3 levels, it's fully adjustable. It has a soft handle for transport, and yep, it can fold. And we don't have English, at least, yeah, we do have it. You can see everything in here, what I just told you. And basically it's mostly for illuminating areas that don't have enough light or are not connected to electricity, who knows what. I mostly bought it as a backup light in case power goes out, because I have lots of these things, actually not lots. I have a 2.5 amp hour, 4 amp hour, and I have another 6 amp hour, but that one is kind of overkill for this thing, and I mostly use it in bigger EINHELL devices. So yeah, nothing more, nothing less. Let's open this thingy up and be back to you in a second. And let's get in here. Manuals as always, and the lamp itself, and empty box, the rest of it. I want to see this lamp. Do we still have the extended 3-year warranty? Yep, we do have. So based on the product code, you can register your product and get more warranty, 3 years of warranty from it. Okay, so this is the hook. If you want to hook it somewhere, does this come off? How do they show you hook it? Oh no, you hook it onto this. My bad. Whew, I almost destroyed this trying to latch it. Nope. This latches right here, and you hook it onto this. And if you feel like it's opening up much too easy, tighten this, and it's not opening up much too easy anymore. Voila. So this is just telling us that we can extend the warranty. I need to get that out of here. Welcome to the family. I'm already a member of the family for many years, but thanks anyway. If you want to read it, their lineup keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and I'm quite happy because they are decently priced and decent quality, which is awesome. Let's see, this thingy is the clicky type. Yep. So it's not just a soft power off, it actually disconnects the electricity. Then connects it and then starts to make the light brighter or dimmer. But here, it cuts it completely. What's that sign? It's not laser light. It cannot be laser light. Maybe it's something to do with powerful light and not look into it. If you want to see more info, how can I make it not shine like this? Yeah. Anyway, there's that. Again, from here adjustable, and from here you can do even more adjusting. Actually, yikes, I pushed it. Actually, it's 360 degrees adjustable fully, because it doesn't have any wires coming in here. This is just a frame. So everything is basically in this area, which is either magnesium or aluminium, not sure. This part is plastic, the part where you put in the battery, but the rest is kind of a heatsink, which is nice. And the little chip on board, you can see it right there with the little individual LEDs, the dark spots in it. Yep, this is a nice product, honestly, I like it. Let's remove this and plug in a battery. Let's do this. It's the standard way of plugging in batteries. Locks in place, so it will not go anywhere. But it gets a bit heavier, so you might need to tighten this more if you don't want it folding on itself. I think this one was the least tight from between them. Yep, now it's good. Oh, and now this has a tendency to go backwards from the weight of the battery. So we might need to also tighten this one. Yeah, it's not ideal that I'm using this on a soft surface, as you can see, and also using only one hand. But got it working, didn't I? Now let's softly power it on. It already clicked, that's why you didn't hear it. Let's see how dim can we get it. Camera, please, if anybody wants to count the LEDs, feel free to do that. The individual LEDs on the chip itself. This is in person, this is much dimmer at the moment than the camera makes it look like, because there is not too much light in this particular room when I'm filming. So, ooh, oh man, wait a second, this thing is much brighter than I thought it will be. Wait a second. This is full brightness. This is bright. This is really, really bright. Actually, somewhat to be expected at 1800 lumens. It's more than a 100 watt bulb, and it gets hot. Not a lot, so it at least not by running it, I don't know, up to a minute like I did now. It doesn't burn my hand, but you can feel the heat from it, which is quite cool. So this is a powerful little light, and it's fully dimmable. I love this. Awesome. I will take it out and see how much it lights up the yard or something like that, in case I ever need to, I don't know, have some guests and run out of power. This one is tight. This one isn't that tight. Yeah. It does have a tendency to go backwards. I'm going to try and tighten it a bit more and see if I can do it. Nope, it's kind of as tight as it will ever be. So let me try and remove this battery. Not going easy. And put a heavier battery. I don't think I am ever going to use it with this with the 6 amp, because that's really heavy. And yep, it has a tendency to go backwards. You can see it here. Now it actually bumped into this. So I'm using this as a support for the battery, which is actually not a bad idea in the end, is it? But yeah, so this is a bit weird. I wasn't expecting this to be unable to hold its weight. Weird. But I guess it is what it is, no? So if you have a heavy battery, it goes backwards. What if I really want it to stay like this? Can I do anything about it? except get it really low, and then obviously it doesn't have anywhere to go, but then it kind of goes backwards. Let me investigate a little bit. I was hoping I can tighten it that this will stop moving, but it seems I cannot. I am sorry, but we don't have an English manual. So yeah, it shows you the charger, but this is the solo variant, so it came without a charger and battery. I have my own. Yeah, battery there, handle, LED, hook, 5 adjustment, 4 for another adjustment. Yeah. What else? 3 on off and adjustment for the level of light. 6 is the battery compartment, and as you can see in here, also in here they are using battery that's presumably even smaller than this 2.5. So the 4 amp and the 6 amp are overkill for this, and presumably it will not properly hold them. And maybe you can hear my daughter crying in the background. It's a tantrum. We need to ignore it. So let's go to... where is Romanian? Because it will be easier. And yes, that means do not look into the light and hot components, and yeah, read the manual. Basically, don't throw anything on top of this while it's running or after it run for a while. Is this metal? Yeah, this is metal also. Or? Yep, seems to be metal from what I... Yeah, it's metal. It's some kind of cast metal. Not really sure what. And this is also metal, but this is plastic, obviously. So, daughter kind of getting on my nerves. Don't put anything on top of it that can catch fire after it has run for a while or when it's running. 1800 lumens, 18 volts, 1 LED. Well, basically it is a chip, but there are many tiny LEDs on that particular chip. 1.3 kilograms its weight, I think, without a battery. So yeah, nothing interesting. They tell you how to put in the accumulator. I'm going to show my Romanian viewers, if they want to pause at any time, this little manual, but yeah, there's not anything honestly important, because it's, yeah, self-explanatory, everything in here. I was hoping to get any info about this, why is not holding it, but I kind of know at this point it's not meant to have huge batteries on it, but if you really want to, you can find a way. I was basically able to do it to hold its position, but these are over tightened for sure. There is a risk of cracking this plastic spacer. In here we have a washer and a spring washer, I think they are called. In Romanian Grover. In English I'm not sure. It's a washer that is cut and it's a bit bent, so it keeps pressure, so a screw cannot get undone by itself. But yeah, I'm over tightening, but it's holding the 4 amp. As for runtimes, let me show you in a moment. Downloaded the datasheet. It seems to say 1.15 kilograms. The color of the light is 5000 Kelvin, so it's a bit colder white. It's not a warm white, but when working you don't really want warm white. You want as much light as possible, and usually colder light color gives more light, or at least it's perceived as more light. So nothing interesting in here. They tell us up to 5.2 amp hour as an accessory, the battery. And I think, oh, they actually give us up to the 8 amp hour battery run times. I need to buy myself an 8 amp hour battery someday, maybe, when I win the lottery or something, because they are quite expensive, sadly. Anyway, so from my 2.5 I can have 2 2 hours and 20 minutes of runtime, which, yeah, at maximum brightness this is. So the lower the brightness, more it will run. It's quite good. From the 4 amp, we have here basically 4 hours, if I do that calculation correctly, and here 6 hours. Anyway, something like that. So that's quite good. Again, that's at absolute max power. Me gusta. And in case I just use it as a light, because we don't have electricity, who knows why in the house, this will run for many hours because I'm going to drive it to the minimum that I need to see what I'm doing. So yeah, let's go outside and see how much it lights up the yard. Okay, lighting up the house. Yep, this is really bright and powerful. Also, let's say I'm working on a car, as I do many times, hooked it up right there, and it's basically daylight in here. Much more light than I normally have from a flashlight or from the phone's flash. It's perfect. And obviously you can tone it down as much as you need it. This is kind of the minimum, but then it gets really bright, crazy bright. I like it, and I played around with it for a bit outside, and it's barely warm. Maybe inside in a hot summer day it will be a bit warmer. You can see how much light it puts out, but now it's cold. So yep, good product. Really like it. This is real glass, it's not plastic or stuff like that. Loosened up everything because I don't want to keep things under tension when this is not in use. And like this, I think no, I cannot. That was a fail. I thought I can hang it onto this somewhere, but no, because it kind of actually, how wide does it get? Might be able to hang it onto something like this so I don't use space. We'll see. Anyway, but even compacted down, you can see it's fairly small. Doesn't use a lot of space. There are other models, a bigger one from what I know, at least smaller ones, but for me this was the best of everything all around. The bigger one, it only has 3 levels. It's not adjustable continuously. It's a bit bulkier from what I saw. Yeah, and it's barely more powerful than this one. I think 2000 lumens. So yeah, not enough. And more expensive, yeah, obviously. Not enough for me to worth that one, but this, awesome. So yeah, if this video helps you, feel free to give it a like, check out my other videos, ask in the comments over the time how this works, but I see no reason for it not to work properly because it's kind of a simple product in the end. If the electronics is not overdriving the LED will not fail. The overdriving LEDs is the most important failure mode. So yeah, that's about it. See you in the next one. Bye.